Oh, and Kim's recording. Thank you, Kim. Way to think. I always forget that. All right.
Why don't skeletons fight?
They don't have the guts.
They're
They don't have the
spineless?
guts.
Oh, I was gonna say they're spineless, but they do have a spine, don't they?
why did the can crusher quit his job?
Hmm.
He had no more fingers.
It was so depressing.
Uh, uh,
Very terrible. And no, I can't. What did the full glass say to the empty glass?
Don't laugh.
You look drunk. Multiple implications there. Yeah.
Well, that's good. He was drunk. That's a good one. Thank you. Started off with a few lighthearted jokes. Thank you. All right. Next, I'd like to introduce our roles. First, let's go ahead and like to introduce the table topics master, who's Buffy today.
Thank you. Justin? Our where to go? Table topics master calls upon several, possibly even two or three members to deliver impromptu talks on a subject, a completely random subject that I will pick either before or after I call on you. So that's the table topics master.
Thank you. Next, I will call on the general evaluator. Or wait, no. Agramarian. Agramarian, who's Kim today?
Thank you, Mr. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmaster. As the Meridian, I will listen tentatively and record for word usage, good word usage, and also word that distracts, then such as pausing and or using words that such as ands, and so stutter words, anything like that, and I will record it and report that out at the end of the meeting. I also will provide a word of the day, and the word of the day is besmirch.
Ah,
Besmirch. Besmirch. The definition is to besmirch means to damage or harm the reputation, name, or honor of someone or something. An example sentence would be, I will not besmirch anyone in this meeting in regards to any of their roles. With that, oh, and if you use word of the day, I will mark it and report that as well. This is a good opportunity to think on your feet and also apply the word of the day during any speaking part. With that, I turn it back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you for being committed not to besmirch me today, Kim, as the Toastmaster. Thank you. I appreciate that.
the scoring begins.
Next, I would like to call on our timer. Buffy's going to be our timer today.
I am going to be our timer today. Thank you, Master Toastmaster. Timer. I'm going to time everything. I'm going to time Kim's speech, 5 to 7 minutes. So 5 minutes green, 6 minutes red, yellow, 7 minutes red. I will time the table topics, 1 minute, 1.5 minute, 2 minutes, and I will time the evaluator. All evaluators or just a speech evaluator?
All.
All evaluations.
Yeah.
So, and those are 2 to 3. So 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and 3 minutes for those.
Thank you. Thank you for
You're
a
welcome.
detailed explanation. And last, it's going to be the general evaluator, who's going to be me. And at the end, I will evaluate the meeting. I'll evaluate the evaluators. I'm the evaluator, so I'm going to evaluate myself. And I guarantee I'll do a good job. No bad feedback. And at the end, I will call on the report so everybody can give their report at the end of the meeting. And that is my role as a general evaluator. Next,
you.
I would like to go ahead and start off with our speech. I would like to introduce Kim. She's going to give us a great speech over Zoom today.
Hey, thank you. Let me set it up a little bit here. All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is my speech is called Hybrid Meetings Upload. This is a continuation of a speech that I performed a couple months ago on our hybrid setup and what tools we needed to use. During that speech, I mentioned about using Zoom, our email, and also YouTube as an avenue for us to record, upload, and share our video online. And how we share it is through the YouTube tool. This speech is about the how-to. I'm going to present, first of all, with a slide of what we're going to do to make that happen so that we can share the videos to everybody in the interweb. So this slide shares with us the 3 steps that is involved. Number 1, we record with Zoom. As you can see earlier, before the meeting started, I actually clicked on the record button through our Zoom tool, which is recording the video as we speak right now and uploading that to the Zoom cloud service. This is a subscription that we pay for and by the club, and that is the first tool that we're going to use. The second thing we're going to do is actually log into the Zoom tool and then download it. And I download that actually to my computer because I'm one of the person that actually uploads the video, which is step number 3. So really, to get our recordings of our meeting from Zoom over to YouTube requires 3 separate steps. And with that, I'll turn over to our demo. So first, in our tool, as you can see, we have we don't have our Zoom account. Our Zoom account is right here. So you log to our Zoom account. We'll go to zoom.com. As you can see here, it has already loaded up for us our account, which is Meridian Toastmaster. I'll show you the process of logging in. Our login account is actually our email address, which is what I have mentioned in the previous speech.
I'll log in there first.
So after you log into Zoom with your account, you go to on the left-hand side, you would go to recording and transcript. This lists all the recording. As you can see, February 12th right now is in progress. It's currently recording my speech in the meeting that we are at right now. So how do what's my next step? My next step is actually downloading it to my computer. With this it turns out that I have not uploaded the video from last week. So as you can see, last week is February 12th, February 5th. If I click on this ... I can click on download, and it will automatically download it to my local computer. Now on my computer, in my downloads folder, I have the video here. The way that I've been doing it for our club is that I've been naming the file SoMeridian Meeting 1-0420, the date, like so. So what's my next step? My next step is the third step is uploading to YouTube. And to do that, I will go to a YouTube channel, which again is also using our SoMeridian Toastmasters email account. I'll show you how to get here. So you can go onto any youtube.com, load it up. For me, I've already logged into our account just to save time, as you can see here. I can also view all the videos that I've uploaded here. And then from here, there's a couple ways to upload videos. On the top right here in this console, I can do create, or get this thing up. The tool came down on me. Or I can go to the back to the YouTube tab and click on create and also upload videos.
Huh.
From here, I select the file. I've prepped a file from 115 already, from 115 of 2026. I click on open. For this, I name it the same, and I also provide a description. This one happens to be a speech by Brandy, speech, and it's called It's My Two Best Friends. If you remember, I think this was a speech that she did on her two dogs.
Yeah.
So some of the options here, I'll scroll down just for summary purposes, is there a couple of check marks. You have to select that it's not made for kids, or else it won't allow you to upload, and there's certain restriction on if this is kid friendly. Then I go to more options, advanced option, and the secondary thing I do is add tagging. Tagging is very important so that folks on the internet can search for keywords for our video. So normally I put tags for our names, such as Buffy, Kim, Brandy, Justin, Kathy, Donald, Toastmaster, SoMeridian, Meridian, Lacey. These always been the common keywords that I put in tagging, and then I click on next. I leave this video element as default. I click next. This is a check that YouTube does to make sure there's not copyrighted information. I click next, and I also select on sharing visibility to public. So that is the third thing that I select, and I click on publish, and then it's done. So I can close this, and now it tells me that it's going to process that video, and within 15 to 20 minutes, this video will be viewable to all people on the internet. And those are the things that I do as a responsibility of being a member and knowing the process of uploading our hybrid video using the tool we have so that it's available for YouTube. So my ask to everyone who's a member is to subscribe to the YouTube channel and take an opportunity to peruse and look back to all the recordings of the meetings that we have. Specifically, find ones that you're doing the speech on, and you can watch yourself and you can practice from that.
Hmm.
And with that, I turn it back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Kim, for that very educational speech
Yes.
you shared with us. Very nice. I'll save my comments for the evaluation. Next, I would like to call on our table topics master.
Yeah.
Today, it's Buffy. I think, Buffy, we have some time. Probably go to like 37.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's when evaluators who start.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmaster and honored hypothetical guest. Who would like to volunteer to be our first table topics speaker? Justin. All right. Come on down. All right. Wow, we just had that question recently. It's weird. What was the most fun you ever had at a party?
What was the most fun I ever had at a party? That is a great question. And some of them, there's just so many parties that I just remember so many things. One thing I remember, I don't know why it stuck in my head, it's probably because it's sunny out. But we were at a wedding party one time. I don't know if it was the most fun, but maybe it was the most thing that sticks in my mind is they had a case, like a keg of Olympia beer. I don't know if anybody's an Olympia beer fan, back when the Olympia Brewery was downtown or in Tumwater. And it really wasn't considered high quality beer, anything like that. It was like the bottom end, the beer. However, the way they ran the keg line through the beer, the cooler, they ran it through, and it had a tap on the outside of the cooler. I'd never seen something like that before. And in fact, I've never seen something since. Don't drink like that anymore, but it was like the best tasting beer I ever had at that point. Like, man, this stuff, is this really the cheapest beer in town? That just really sticks out. It's something memorable at a party. I wouldn't say it's the most fun, but it's just like the most surprising thing. And I've tried to drink Olympia beer later, and yeah, it's not very. It didn't taste like that. So that was a very interesting thing at a party that I was at that seemed like maybe it was fun, but most unique, I would say. That's into my mind right now.
Thank you. I can't tell you what your time was because I forgot I was timing you.
Okay.
The second part was a minute, so
Cool. Good.
thank you, Justin. Kim, do you want to go? Same
Sure.
question?
Yeah, please. Can you read the questions for me again?
What was the most fun you ever had at a party?
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. What was the most fun I've ever had at a party? I would say it was during college. I was part of a business fraternity, which means it was co-ed related. And we went to a house of a member's house, and we had an after party. During that time, I did not drink. I had no idea what a beer keg was, like Justin had mentioned, and I didn't besmirk anybody who was doing anything rowdy with drinking alcohol or doing things like beer stand or what do you call that? Uh, table beer tennis, ping pong tennis,
Your
beer
pong.
tennis, pong, beer pong. Yes, thank you. As you can tell, I was very, very versed in college with beer. But one of the most fun I had was the fact that my friend, good friend, decided, Kim, why don't you have a shot of whiskey? Not whiskey, of vodka with us. It was called Grey Goose. He said it will be the smoothest alcohol you ever drink. And I don't know what that means, but he says it won't taste bad. Well, so I took a shot with him, and then within 20 minutes, I just did not feel well. It was my first alcoholic beverage of that kind, and I just sat outside. So it wasn't the best feeling, but what made it the best feeling is actually the after effect, not related to the alcohol and the drinking. That night, as it happened, because we were doing a party, is where I met my future wife. And
Ah,
that was probably the best part of the best party that I've attended. Back to you, Mr. Table Topic.
thank you,
Miss Table Topic, I'm sorry.
madam.
Madam, madam.
Right here, I get to be madam. Um, thank you, Kim. I think I'll give it a go. Um, what was the most fun I ever had at a party? What popped into my head right away was a party I went to when I first was living in Miami. I was 21, 22, before babies, before I got married, but I was at the party with my future husband. And I remember, yes, I'd been drinking, had a lot of booze back then, probably other substances, but I was sitting in this big closet with several people and we were passing around nitrous oxide. And, and I was trying to find that, hi, come on in. I was trying to find that sweet spot where it was fun and I wasn't feeling sick or anything like that. And this one guy, he'd been talking and we've been having this wonderful conversation, all over the moon because nobody can track anything at that point in your evening. And he said, well, no matter where you are, there you are. And I couldn't stop laughing. I still can feel it in my body how funny that sentence was. I'd never heard anything so profound in my life, partly because I was a shallow person back then. But I've never forgotten how both profound and absolutely spacey that sentence was. No matter where you are, there you are. With that, I am complete with that. So welcome.
Hello, sorry for coming late.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. You're Tan, right?
Yes.
Yes. Welcome.
Yes.
You can't see Tan is here. Kim.
Yeah, I saw him walking in actually on the
I
side.
moved the
Hi,
camera.
Tan.
As soon as I
Sorry,
move the
sorry for
camera.
coming late. I think I have the meeting.
It's good to, it's okay. Well, you can get here when you can get here. It's okay.
Yeah, you can get here, and we'll move the camera back so that maybe you're in the picture.
God. Yeah, we're doing table
We're
topics.
doing
so-
table topics.
Got it?
Would you like to take a chance on a table topic?
Sure, why not? Well,
All right.
can you explain tabletop?
Come on up
Can you
here.
explain it? Like, what is tabletop?
You get up to 2 minutes
Got it?
on the topic of the table topic master's choice. And
Got it.
today we are answering the question, what was the most fun you ever had at a party? Now, Justin's going to give you the green light at 1 minute,
Got it.
yellow light at minute and a half, and the red light at a minute.
Got it.
What was the most fun you ever had at a party?
So
Oh,
this
I'm
is-
going to do it because I'm the
Oh, yeah.
timer.
So it's a timed event and you don't have to answer honestly. So this is a way to practice your impromptu speech, just random. So just
You can
go
answer
with,
honestly or fake.
yeah, exactly.
I don't have fake, I do honestly.
If you don't want to answer the question directly, that's okay too.
my most fun party was it was on May of last year. I was a junior of college here, and then my friend he graduated, and then he invited us to like it's called like a bonfire night.
Mm.
So he has a farm, so we come there and we start like gathering some wood and stuff, and then we started to make bonfire. But during the meeting, so we have a game called like it was either you have to accept that you're drinking or you have to let the cow lick your face. So and then we have to play game and then answering on the question about like, hey, what's your favorite professor? Who you don't like the most? Like why you don't like the class? Like why do you like his concept of class? And then I end up like couldn't answer the question because one of my friend is like professor best friend, and I have to let the cow lick my face. And it was like really interesting moment in my life. It was really fun.
All right,
Right.
excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
What was Kim's number? Do you remember?
I remember.
I was overread, is all I know.
Okay.
2+. Just put 2+. Excellent. All
Because I
right.
saw the red mark showed up.
We still have time for more.
Sure. I think we should have till
About
what,
35
12:40?
minutes. Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'll go
We'll
again.
go again. All right. If you could have front row seats to any concert, who would you like to see?
A great question. Front row, that's to any concert. Who would I like to see? I'm gonna just say, because this is a running joke in my house. How about Def Leppard 30 years ago? They got some good songs. I've enjoyed them since I was young. Never went to the con. I was too young to go to their concerts back when I first heard Def Leppard. And oddly, it's really mellow music in my head now. It's kind of the elevator music, right? It's not like the heavy duty stuff you hear today. Back then, it was the edgy music. But it's the music I've enjoyed over the years. And my wife mentioned, hey, they're playing at the casino somewhere. I'm like, no, I'll pass. However, if they came, we go back in time maybe 30 years, maybe in the mid 80s, but 1980s, 1989 or something, 1990. That might be pretty fun to have a front row ticket back in those days. I would have been very young, so I'd probably want to be 20 years younger than I am today. So there's a little bit of an age magic happening.
Yeah.
If I could, that's a possibility for this question. That is what it would be.
Thank you. Stop. There. 120. All right. Kim, you want to go again?
Sure. The
Question?
more speaking time, the better.
More speaking time, the better. Exactly. If you could have front row seats to any concert, who would you like to see?
Boy, thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. I honestly am not a big concert person. I've only gone to a couple of concerts at the Gorge, and they were all Christian-based related music. It was all group. But if it had to have front row seats to a group, I would have to say Britney Spears 20 years ago. Because 20 years ago, I remember listening to her song quite a bit. And I thought it was the greatest thing ever. Of course, there was a lot of things, great things about the music and maybe some dancing involved, and maybe because she's singing to in an age appropriate group, I think, and that time everything was all about pop. But if just like Justin, if I had to go back about 20 years ago, it would be front row seat to a Britney Spears concert. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Wonderful. Kim, Tan, would you like to answer this question?
This one, I never been to concert before, and
Look, you could.
I would
So
like to go
you're
to
gonna come up
concert.
here and stand up here and defend your position. You don't have to. It's just a choice.
It's an option. Yeah, it's no pressure.
If I could go to a concert, I would choose to go to Imagine Dragon concert because they are one of my most favorite band at all time. I really like the music. Some of the song I really like is called Demon. I can feel the song like it hits me hard when I listen to it.
Yeah. 22 seconds. You
Oh.
you can keep going if you want.
And also, if I could go, I would go with my best friend. Because like we consider each other like more than friends. It's his brother, and then go in concert with him for the band is pretty amazing.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to tell us yours and then we'll move on?
Yeah, I
One?
can.
Give me the card.
I could go to any concert. Yeah, I would sit in the front row. Went to a concert one year, and it wasn't a concert, it was a performance, and it was in the basement of a restaurant in Seattle, and it was the Chieftains, which is an Irish band, and I couldn't sit still. I went with my ex-husband because I wanted somebody to go with me, and we sat, and I was jumping, and my legs were moving, and I had to stand up and move around the room, and Johnny just sat there. It was not his music. So that kind of energy, being at a concert where I want to get up and move around the room, I don't want to sit. I might want to sit in the front row, but I might also want to sit on an aisle so I can stand up and dance and move. I would love to go to a concert like that with, like Tan said, with people that I can play with and have fun with and high five with and be in joy. I don't have a particular person I'd like to see. Just I would know the music when it started moving my body. But I'm also very not crowd happy, so I would want to go to a small concert, a home concert, really, but not a stadium. That I am.
All right.
Well, thank you everybody for participating in that opportunity to talk.
All right. Well, thank you, Buffy. Good job, table topics. Good topics. Thank you, Tan, for joining us. First time here, and you jumped right up here. Did very good. Appreciate it.
No, I thank you.
Well, I'm going to move on to the evaluator. I'm going to evaluate Kim's speech. Fortunately, you didn't hear that, but you'll get to hear my comments. So the speech format is just to help people grow and develop. Never intended as criticism or anything bad. It's all good, just ways to improve. So that's what I'm here to share with you, Kim. And I'm going to start with the worst, with what you can challenge yourself on, things you can work on, things you excelled at. And I appreciate you showing us how to do that process. I've never done that process before, and it was very helpful for you to do that. Some things to challenge yourself on. I noticed when we came in to start, it took you a little while to get things loaded on your end, so I wasn't sure what was going on, if it was on our end or your end, but it appeared to be something with your technology on your side. Could help just to let us know what's going on, so we're sure of that. Also, I noticed when you switch from the PowerPoint It looked like you had a bunch of background windows opened as well, personal windows you had to close out. Would help if those are already pre-closed. Things you can work on. Seems like at points that were a little back and forth, it's hard to keep track at a couple points. And then when you showed us how to open the YouTube page, you opened it on Google first and it was loaded, and then you closed out and then you opened it and then logged in. So that was a little bit difficult to follow at one point through that process, exactly where you were. Another thing to work on. I noticed you have given another speech like this in the past where you get it's educational and you get very monotone. Your voice seems very, very much where you get more monotone to where you're more like it's a step-by-step learning instructor versus being your normal voice, which is up and down. There's motion in there. I do notice again this time it was you just went very monotone, and we're just going to go to the next step. So that's something you can work on just as you're given these demonstrations, teaching, which you did very good. Just keep your voice matching. It's just not one tone. But you did a great job. You gave us good images. I like the PowerPoint where you had a good display. You gave us the 1, 2, 3, and you used your mouth to point us mouse, not your mouth, your mouse. The one you walked us through that whole process. And I really liked how you did that. You explained things really well. I liked how once you were done with that, you did log into the Zoom account and you showed us exactly the process from logging. I noticed you were logged in, but that you did log out and walked us right back in. This is how you log in. This is the email. This is the password. You did a great job. And you showed us through finding the videos. You logged into YouTube. Showed us how to download. You showed us how to tag. And not only did you show us, but you typed in all the tags that you put in and why. You explained why you did that. So it was a very helpful, thorough process that you did in explaining how you load the video, download them, and upload them into the YouTube channel. It was a very nice presentation. Good speech. Thank you for sharing, Kim. All right, next we will call, I guess it's me. Okay, I'm the general evaluator to complete the meeting. All right, so I think I'm just going to call reports. First report I'd like to call is the timer.
Timer. I'm looking at going, I didn't time Kim's speech. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Yeah, I get so involved in listening to these wonderful speeches that I have no idea how long your speech was, Justin. Maybe you can discern that from how long, anyway, you could time it later. My apologies.
I can see in the recording. It'll.
Exactly. As far as our table topics, Justin, you had a 1 minute 50 for your first talk. The second one was 1 minute 20. Kim, you did a 2 minute plus for your first table topics and a 1 minute 8 for your second. Tan, you did a 1 minute 17 for your first table topic, and for your second was only 45 seconds. And me, I didn't write down how much it was for my first table topic.
It was like 123.
123, and my second one was 125. And your evaluation was 3 minutes and 43 seconds.
All right. Thank you. You know, that's one thing about the roles. You don't have to be perfect. You just come up, do the best you can. We have good days, we have bad days. So thank you for.
And trust me, you don't have to be perfect.
That's right.
I practice being imperfect.
Yeah. Well, you do a great job, bud.
Thank you.
As far as you do a great job, even when you might space out. But I think everybody does that. Getting involved in the speech, it just happens. The next, I would like to call the Meridian. Kim,
Right. Thank Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Or I guess, sorry, you are all, and also general
Thanks, boss.
Yeah, general evaluator, Mr. Evaluator. So I will start with you, Justin. Yeah, one word of the day that I got. I didn't catch very much word that distract. S- the word so once, the re, you said the twice in repeat. That's pretty much it. You did so well with not using any, in my opinion, any repeat. That's mine. Any words that distract. Good word usage: front row ticket, Olympia, beer, unique, Def Leppard, Buffy. You had a couple of so's, a couple of that, a couple of ums and uhs. Yeah. You repeat it and a couple times, just in repeats after each other. Good word usage: moving my body, not crowd happy, home concept, party in my. I'm sorry, not home concert. Home concert.
Ah,
Party in Miami, probably. I lost track of that. I was gonna write something. I think I no. Oh man, lots. Just like Kathy, I'm not getting all the written words properly because there's so much good stuff. Give it a go. Sweet spot. You are there. You are there where you what was that I was trying to say? No matter where you are there. I think that's what it is.
where you are, there you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot stop laughing. Profound. Move around the room. And you had a couple ums, a couple uhs, repeating repeating I's. You have a lot of repeats when you say something. You'll say I,
Oh,
like, and then you'll say the word. It's just something to work on, something to think about. I also like Imagine Dragon, Bonfire. Oh, cow licked my face. It hit me hard, best friend. And I probably have a bunch myself. And that is all the report I have. I turn back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Kim, for that detailed grammarian report. And yes, it definitely helps to focus on what we're saying and repeating to help do better. Not just here, but out and about. Well, I'd like to give my general evaluator report now. We had a great meeting. Buffy and I helped set up. We got it all put together. Very much appreciated Buffy. Buffy does a great job of getting the sign out. I love your magnet on the inside so we don't forget it. Everything went well. Set up, started on time. Our guests came in and our guests gave a great couple of table topics. Thank you. Good job timing. It's hard taking on multiple roles, and one of the things today we have a small group, so we took on multiple roles. So felt like you did a fabulous job considering we have multiple roles we're all doing. Same with you, Kim. Nice job. You had a speech today, which is a big thing, big day event, and then you also took on all these extra roles. I think everybody did a great job with that. Good word of the day, good jokes. We got some guests telling us about cows licking his face. That's great. I grew up in that area too. I didn't have cows licking my face, but I know what it's like to have a bonfire in the field. So it was fun. We had a great meeting, and it's always fun. Like I said, we got a smaller group, more challenging, but that's what grows us, and we have more stage time. So with that, that is my report for the meeting.
all right. Thank you.
Anything to add, Kim, about any upcoming events?
I
The
don't
speech
have
contest?
any. I don't have too much information on that. I think Brandy's the one who's been update on that.
So if anybody wants to go to that, I think it's on the 21st.
It's on the 21st. Yeah.
Robin is going to be giving a speech
Uh-huh.
and doing a speech contest. And doesn't it cost to get in there, Kim?
I don't think the first one does.
It doesn't?
So yeah, I don't think it does.
Okay.
So you just, yeah, if you wanted to, view, if you wanted to support the folks that are there, do attend and show your support. And also, it's an opportunity to see other people from different clubs do their speech and something that you could kind of consider aspire to be. So maybe Tan, if you can give information, I don't know, I can give you more information about the speech contest, Tan, just so that if you have a few, like an hour or two, I think it's happening soon here at a community. Is it at a community place?
I think
But
it's up in Woodinville. I think it's quite
oh,
a, it's
oh,
not,
is it? Okay. Well,
you kind of
um, yeah, that is quite a trek. But yeah, there's carpool up there. But that I know that type of event, I think you've been in it as well, just allows you to just support the team and also see how good you can become when you're doing a speech.
Do they televise it, or is it canned, or is there a way to watch the contest afterwards? Do you
I
know?
don't think there's a way to watch it.
No,
Last
it's a
time
being
it
in
was
present. Okay.
people, somebody was there giving a speech, somebody was recording it, like their friend or
Mhm.
something. So there's possibility if you know somebody that recorded it, you can see it later.
I'm sure Robin will record hers
Yeah,
somehow,
so you might be able to get it that way.
right?
All right, well, we'll move on to filling roles for next week. Does anybody want to take a role? Anybody?
I will be gone the next 2 weeks. I will be out of town.
Oh,
So
that's right. You're going to cavort in the snow?
yeah, I'll be snowboarding.
Come back safely, no breaking bones like Don.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, let me stop the recording here so that we don't